For my AI demo, I'm going to showcase how I created a prompt to use to create the master product documentation for our project. The reason I want to do this is because it's one of those things that we need this document for all of our projects. It is critically important to have, especially for onboarding new people and doing knowledge transferring, as well as having information for case studies in the future for these projects. But it's one of those documents that can get pretty big. And we usually do a very good job in creating it in the initial start of a project, but it can become very cumbersome and hard for us to fit into our schedules to go back and review and refine it and update it to make sure that it is current. So one of the things we have been working on is creating a prompt that we can use that can tap into all of our knowledge bases for our projects and essentially update this document for us. So what you can see in LumenAI is that I've created this prompt. So I've actually created a custom prompt for this. I'm in my AAA Connect Plus project, and in my prompts you can see I've saved the master product documentation generator. If I click this, you can see, I'll actually pick a different view here so we can see it a little bit better. But this is the prompt content. We use a create formula for this. So you can see here we've created a character. We've outlined the request that we wanted to make a comprehensive master product document for our project by synthesizing all the information from our fellow meeting notes and our Google Drive, because those are connected knowledge bases we have for this project, and that it needs to reflect the current state, not just the original plans. And I think that's important in terms of the revision and keeping this document up to date. So going down here, you can see that we've put some parameters in. So purpose of the document has a guiding principle, adjustments and constraints. We've explained the output we want to see, breaking it down into the sections we expect to see in the document, evaluation and steps. And one of the things I want to call out that we've done is flagging missing inputs or placeholders very, very clearly. I kind of expect that it's not going to be able to get absolutely everything from our knowledge bases. So I want to be able to clearly see what's missing so I can manually put it back in. So that's the prompt that we've created. So I'm going to go ahead and actually run this. And because this is such a hefty prompt and the ask is pretty big, it does take a while for LumenAI to think. So I went ahead for the sake of the video, and I actually did it earlier. So you can see I put the exact same prompt in, and I can see all of my outputs. And here is the result and the output that it gave me. So my next step essentially is to go through this, and I am going to copy and paste this bit by bit into the actual product documentation. So I've got the product documentation here, and I'm going to go and take what is the project summary, for example, and put this what, why, vision, and mission statement. I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it over into this document. And you can see this is already very different than what the AI summary was on this original document. So I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste, and then I'm going to try and fix the formatting because I'm dark mode, of course. Remind myself to do a paste without formatting, and I'm going to put it all in here. Now, I'm not going to not read this. I'm going to go through this and actually review it as I copy and paste this bit by bit here. And I'm going to fill in the blanks. I'm going to find those pieces that are missing. I'm going to find the inaccuracies. But overall, this technique is going to actually take me substantially shorter amount of time than if I was creating this entirely from scratch using my mind and the context it holds and not the knowledge base that I have fully accessible to me in LumenAI. Now, this is the first time I'm doing this to create the master product document for AAA Connect. But the next thing I'm going to do is, with this filled out, it's going to do a much better job in giving me the format back and really just revising it when I revisit this prompt and reuse it again from my prompt section, in a month from now when I feel this document needs to be updated. So a task that probably would have taken me, hours, if not a couple days, to review and revise is now going to take me probably only about 30 minutes to go through once this document is more robust.